One thing that I've been obsessed with in the equine industry is what makes some professionals really successful, finances or riding goals, however they want to define it, and some very unsuccessful. Essentially, why do some fail and leave the industry? Or why do some fail a long time before they finally figure out their businesses and get on the right track to have a sustainable, successful business? What's the difference here? So this video is all about why new professionals fail, in my opinion, so that you can avoid these mistakes and get on the right path quicker than you might have previously. So here's the first point. They don't know who they are. What do I mean? Like, what does this even mean? Sure, Sally knows that she has her own riding goals and she can probably make money teaching and training and selling horses. Sure, but what I'm seeing is oftentimes new professionals come in doing it all. They are teaching and training and starting young horses and doing sales consignments and showing and the local shows and the big shows. Oh, and they might as well add in some kids' summer camps. Oh, and then they're traveling all around for clinics, right? And you can see what happens. They're so busy in the business that they don't have time to work on the business. And in fact, people start to kind of see them out there and doing stuff, but they don't really know what that professional is really good at. Like, is that someone that they're going to send their kid to? Or is that someone that they're going to take riding lessons to themselves as an adult amateur? Or is it someone they're just going to send their horse to for consignment to get sold? When you know what your niche is in the industry, you are able to build your name, get really good at that, and people come seeking you. So knowing who you are in the industry is really important. The second reason I believe professionals fail is their credentials don't match their business model. So imagine you have some great riding credentials, you have ridden up through the levels, and all of a sudden you start your business and you accept a whole bunch of young horses to start. And yes, you're a good rider, but you actually don't have any philosophy or barely any experience starting babies to set them up for success across their careers. So meanwhile, you're over here kind of struggling. Yes, we're always learning as professionals, don't get me wrong. And yes, it's okay to get into new territory. But oftentimes, if you can focus on what your credentials really are and what you enjoy and how you can really help people and get results, again, that's when people are going to talk super well of you, keep coming back and sharing and building your reputation. So maybe that a new professional, should have really supported, who knows, maybe they really should have supported and focused on adult amateurs focusing on dressage, because they've had the most experience kind of in that area. They have that personality where maybe, not to categorize, but maybe they like a little bit of a slower pace, but ambitious. They like to take the time and build friendships with the older adult amateurs in the dressage community. Who knows? But match your credentials with your business model. That is that's really key to success, to avoid failure as a new pro. Third piece, this one is big. They don't charge enough. And it's not it's not that they don't really know what they're worth or they are trying to get more clients so they drop their prices. No, they haven't done the math to figure out what they should be charging. So there's something called gross profit margin. What this means is for every service or product in whatever industry we're talking about, let's say we're offering a chicken sandwich at the local restaurant down the road, you know exactly the cost it takes per sandwich, what goes into it. So this is ingredients, this is labor, the direct cost for that sandwich. And then you compare that for the revenue. What does that sandwich bring in not how many sales you brought in that evening, but what does that sandwich bring in? And the difference, your income, that's a gross profit right there. And you need to know that for every product or service you offer. And the same thing happens in the equine industry. If you have a boarding business, you should be able to walk down your aisle and you know approximately for every horse in that barn what the gross profit margin is for that horse. And it changes all the time, right? Hay prices, bedding prices, all of these things are going to change and fluctuate. Now, understanding your finances does get a little bit more complicated like that. If you have a facility and then you have electricity and you have your investments and your loans and all, right, it gets more complicated. But horse businesses are kind of complicated in this way, but you can break it down by looking at your gross profit margin. In fact, I have a talk about this in the 7-Day Roadmap to Pro. Check it out, link that below. Useful if you are already a professional or thinking about a pro career. Check it out below. But getting back to this, if you know for each service or product that you offer, and horses it's services, it's a service-based business, you can then adjust your prices accordingly. So once you know that, then the second piece of charging enough is making sure that you are valuing your time. If you're giving it away freely, constantly to clients, there's nothing telling them to stop. One thing I offer in my business that I'm so surprised other professionals don't is a consulting fee. All right? I'm teaching and training, but a consulting fee is a great piece of my business that allows my clients to really value my time. And me too, helps me keep my boundaries as well. So let's say I'm talking with clients at the end of the lesson, chit-chatting. I plan for that. That's fine, that's wonderful. In the end, this is a customer service business as well. But let's say it's going on a little while. I can kindly remind them that, hey, I love what we're talking about. Your questions are great. Let's set up a separate time for a call. I have a consulting call. And by the way, they have already received my onboarding document when I got them into the program that lists all my services and prices, and they know that I have a consulting fee. It works great because people pay me for my time that other professionals will give away freely. And my clients love it as well. Why? Because they don't feel like they're annoying me or taking advantage of my time. In fact, I would love to talk to them. I'm more than happy to talk to them as much as they'd like. We can talk about anything. I mean, if we just want to talk about your sister's horse, I don't know, crazy horse story, fine, that we can talk about anything, but that's in my rate. And people know how to reach me. I'm accessible and they pay me for my time. So valuing your time, knowing what your margins are so you're pricing yourself accordingly are key. So as a new pro, I want you to avoid these 3 things. Remember, I'll frame it a different way. I want you to do these 3 things so you avoid failure. Know who you are in the industry. Make sure your credentials match your business model. And 3, pricing yourself accordingly, knowing what your margins are and valuing your time and creating systems around that so your clients value your time as well. So if we haven't met, I'm Dr. Emily Urban Cordero, the founder of the Rising Equestrian Pro, which is all about helping you as a current professional or future professional find success in the industry. I bring my own training, teaching, business experience with an overall arching perspective across the industry from hundreds of conversations I've had with professionals and industry experts to really give you the big picture and how to find success and navigate this industry to 1, get the saddle time you want and achieve your riding goals, and 2, build the livelihood off of this that you really want. So follow this channel. Can't wait to share a ton more videos with you. Check out this channel. Great videos have been made already, and we'll see you again next time.